about 30 million gallons of seawater a day. So roughly half deep seawater and half surface seawater. And our clients here use that water for a variety of purposes. It could be anything from aquaculture, they use it for mariculture as well, nutraceuticals, water bottling facilities, and then here at Keikaiola, they use it to help the monk seals.
I am so impressed with the work that's going on at Keikaiola and the number of seals they've taken in, starving and sick, and fed them up and made them healthy and sent them back home again into the northwestern Hawaiian Islands.
So we're all linked, we're all very connected, and studying the health of marine mammals helps us understand the health of the planet, which impacts the health of people.
We want them to be able to free feed on their own, so we'll give them live fish, we'll give them different enrichment tools to learn how to open like little gates to get into the fish.
A lot of people here in Kona work down here, and it's really one of the main points of NELHA is to spur economic development. And I think they're doing a good job with that. Food sustainability is very important to me. I really think that people should be and can be eating food that is guilt-free, pretty much. Yeah, I guess the end goal for us is being able to produce enough seafood in the United States to actually to feed people. 90% of all the seafood here in the U.S. comes from overseas. So that's a huge, gap in what we call food security, the ability to provide food for people. So, I mean, the end goal really is about producing enough food ourselves and doing it in a way that doesn't have a negative impact on the environment, the ecosystems that we're living and we're playing in and that our wildlife live in.
Definitely resource management is very important in Hawaii. We're so far remotely located from any other significant landmass that we're kind of out here isolated all by ourselves. So we need to look at food security. We need to look at natural resource protection. If a storm comes, it's going to take ships and planes a little while to get here to help us, or what happens if our airports go out? How can we sustain ourselves as an island state with what we currently have on island? So that's going to require us being smart with all of our resources.
Even with when I talk to the fishermen down here, it isn't about the monk seal, it is about them. How are they doing? And then you go into, oh, thanks for taking care of the monk seal. I know he was in here today, and there becomes a camaraderie. And so I think that's very important.
Studying about the history is makes me interested because I'm a Hawaiian and I could study more about where I came from, what Hawaiians did back then and stuff.
It is about doing the things that are pono. And when we say pono, we mean that it is rightful, not just for today, but for 100 years from now.
The ahupua'a was a very natural conservation, from the mountain to the sea. But the beauty is they were able to, take from the ocean, share with the uplands. The uplands had all these different trees and plants and fruits and vegetables. They would share with the kahakai and everything in between. And so everybody had to malama the land.
I'm a fisherman, so I have a net. When I'm throwing net and I'm moving on this very, very hot land, I can find the refrigerator right on the edge of the water and leave my catch and come back and have it ice cold and not in the water where the eel could come and get it, but in the sand where it is a refrigerator.
I think there's so many people doing good things on the island. One of the things that we do is the barbless hook program.
Barbless hooks are better than barbed hooks, but even though people say barbed hooks are better because you get bigger fish, but that's not really the case.
I see a fisherman as a practicing conservationist. I think a fisherman or anyone who uses the beach, particularly if they're going after food for their family, are extremely interested in having that ocean be healthy. And in that sense, I think that they are more willing to do whatever it takes to make that ocean healthy.
My tutu and my dad always said, if you treat your Aina like your sweetheart, it will love you and take care of you. That is what we should always have in our heart.